As someone with ADHD, I have struggled with mess and clutter for as long as I can remember. And I'm always trying to figure out the easiest possible ways to try to stay organized because I know that these are the only types of things that I can successfully keep up with. And when I find something that actually works, I always share it on the channel because I know that many of you have the exact same struggle. So today I want to quickly talk about the only organizational system that I consistently keep up with because it has made such a huge difference in my life, and I know it's something that you can realistically stick to because it requires very little effort and very little willpower. Now, I do have an entire ADHD-friendly cleaning and decluttering playlist that I will link down below just in case you are looking for further hacks, but let's go ahead and jump right into today's strategy. So the singular rule that I try to follow is to keep items that do not belong there off of the counters and floors. Now, I know this sounds completely impossible for us, and it's something that I never would have believed even 5 years ago that I'd be able to maintain myself, but it really is pretty simple when we do this one basic thing, which is to have predetermined designated containers that we can just as easily toss these items into instead of putting them all over our countertops or dropping them all over the floor. Now, this is not groundbreaking, but it is highly effective for us because the solution requires no more effort than what we are presently doing, which really is key for us. And I'm going to give you some more examples, but one of the biggest takeaways I want you to get from this video is that when we are designing strategies to help us to overcome our ADHD struggles, whether they have to do with organization or not, we have to do so with our worst ADHD days in mind and not our best. We cannot think about what would be great in a perfect world or what we could do when we are hyper-focused on cleaning and organizing because that is going to be a rare occurrence. We have to think ahead about all those days when we're going to have zero energy and zero motivation, and realistically what we're going to be willing to do on those days. The mistake that so many of us make, including myself, is that when we're in the mood to clean and organize, we start getting really meticulous and perfectionistic, and we come up with all of these intricate systems that we can't actually keep up with when we're not having a great day. So the systems that we create really do have to be the simplest things that we can think of that actually solve the problem, and it's even better if these things require only one step. So for example, me being able to stick to my specific goal of making sure that there is nothing on the countertops or the floors that isn't supposed to be there, it really has just come down to me making sure that every single room has 2 labeled bins without lids that I strategically place in the areas that I have noticed tend to be a dumping ground for whatever I happen to be holding. I have one for things that actually belong in that room that I don't feel like putting away yet, and another for things that don't belong there that will eventually need to be sorted out and moved. This system is fantastic for those of us with ADHD because it gives us options depending on how we are feeling. So for every single item that we would normally just throw on the floor or throw on a countertop never to be seen again, we can make the decision whether we want to put it away and organize it right in the moment, or if we do not have the mental energy to do that, we can simply toss it into the appropriate bin and deal with it later. Everything basically still stays clean and organized. We know where everything is, and it really does create the illusion of order. And this is even more important than we may realize because mess and clutter has been shown to make our ADHD symptoms a lot worse. And my last tip here is to just make sure that you have at least one trash can in every single room. And if it's a bigger room, go ahead and have more than one trash can. Just look around and see where you tend to place things that you don't really want to keep. So for example, for me, it's wherever I open the mail. But that is basically it. And like I said, this really is the only organizational system that I consistently follow. And since I've been following it, it really has been like night and day. So please let me know in the comments what organizational systems have been working for you because the struggle is real. But I really think if you try this one, you will find that it's not only easy, but it's something that you can definitely stick to. Like I said, I will go ahead and link down the entire cleaning and decluttering with ADHD playlist, as well as a general ADHD support playlist, just in case you would like some further help. But as always, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I truly hope that you found today's video helpful, and I will see you in the next one.